They ignored the fact that you got chartered flights because of this girl. They ignored the fact that ratings were going through the roof because of this girl. Instead, they resented it because they said, yo, we were doing stuff long before Caitlin Clark got here, and y'all wasn't paying attention then. But now the young white girl comes along, and y'all want to sit up there and shower all of this praise and all of this attention that was earned before she ever came along. The resentment is understandable, but it's not about Caitlin Clark. It's about what she represents. My point is, grow.
Stephen A. Smith has had enough. After weeks of drama surrounding Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, the ESPN host unleashed a fiery rant that instantly went viral. He didn't just call out Reese, he called out the entire WNBA. From ratings collapsing without Clark to veterans openly resenting her stardom, Stephen A. made it clear the league is playing with fire. But what exactly triggered this meltdown? And why did Reese once again find herself at the center of controversy?
The Indiana Fever announced that star Caitlin Clark will be out at least 2 weeks with a left quad strain. Clark reported some pain in her leg Saturday after the team's loss to the New York Liberty. She subsequently underwent an MRI and was diagnosed with the strain on Monday.
It started with Caitlin Clark's sudden injury, a quad strain that would sideline the WNBA's biggest star for 2 weeks. But Stephen A. wasn't just worried about Clark. He was furious at the way the league and certain players like Angel Reese handled her meteoric rise.
Clark was the WNBA's Rookie of the Year last season and a first-team All-WNBA selection. So far, she's averaging 19 points and a league-leading 9.3 assists through 4 games this season. I could give a damn about that last part. I don't care about her leading the league in assists. I don't care about the points that she's averaging because I already know that the young lady can ball. She is special. What I'm interested in is what somebody tweeted me and asked about earlier today that I want to show you right now. I put this tweet up, please, so our audience can see it here. At 4th Gen Bucci, B-U-C-C-I, right? Stephen A. Smith. Can the WNBA keep itself afloat while CC, as in Caitlin Clark, is out?
Stephen A. argued that instead of embracing Clark, players like Angel Reese turned her into a rival, fueling resentment instead of momentum. He wasn't wrong. Ratings proved Clark was the league's golden goose.
Fortunately, though, the celebration in the WNBA, it was cut short yesterday afternoon as WNBA players learned the harsh lesson: be careful what you wish for. Headline at the New York Post: Caitlin Clark sidelined with Indiana Felines announcing shock injury. Keyword: shock. This injury was shocking, but not for reasons that you may.
Angel Reese, meanwhile, has walked a tightrope between stardom and scandal. Known as the Bayou Barbie, Reese has been both a ratings magnet and a lightning rod. From on-court flagrant fouls against Clark to explosive post-game comments criticizing her teammates in Chicago, she's often found herself at the center of unwanted attention.
Fanatics also reported a 100% increase in sales for WNBA-specific merchandise. It started with Caitlin Clark. And so now that we know all of this, and we've known that for months, now we get to turn around and look and see what exactly is it that the league will do knowing that she's out for the next 2 weeks. I'm not saying I know for sure what's going to happen, but I have an idea.
Reese insisted she was misquoted, claiming her words were taken out of context. But for teammates already frustrated with the losing season, apologies felt hollow. Stephen A. wasn't buying it either, labeling the drama as pure distraction from what really matters: basketball.
Mr. Clark, Indiana led the league in attendance both at home and on the road. The Fever averaged 17,035 fans at home and over 15,000 on the road. 4 teams moved home games to bigger arenas when Indiana came to town to accommodate more fans. That's about Caitlin Clark. How do we know this? Attendance for the entire league was up nearly 50% last year, according to data from across the timeline, and Indiana led all teams with an average attendance of 17,035. That was up 319%.
To understand Stephen Yes outrage, you have to look deeper. Many veterans, from Cheryl Swoops to Diana Taurasi, have publicly questioned the hype around Caitlin Clark. Some even implied she hadn't earned it yet. But Stephen A. fired back. It wasn't about Clark the person, it was about what she represents.
Find out. We don't know yet, but I'm going to be really, really interested in seeing, Molly, what kind of effect this has on the WNBA's ratings. Because if for some reason there is a precipitous drop-off, then everybody needs to stand down and recognize the fact that the speculation or the assertions and assumptions about her being the golden goose is valid.
Stephen A. essentially said what many fans were already thinking. Jealousy is killing the league's momentum. Instead of uniting behind Clark's star power, some players, including Angel Reese, treated it like a personal attack. That's not just bad PR, it's self-sabotage.
Bring back Caitlin. If you're going to break a record, to me, if it's legitimate, you have to break that record in the same amount of time that that player set it.
Okay.
Right? So if Kelsey Plum set that record in 4 years, well, Caitlin should have broke that record in 4 years. But because there's a COVID year and then there's another year, you know what I mean? So she's already had an extra year to break that record. So is it truly a broken record?
The Clark-Reese rivalry was supposed to be the WNBA's version of Ollie versus Frazier. Instead, it's turned into a soap opera. Of the 5 heavily promoted games between Indiana and Chicago, Clark and Reese faced off just once. Between injuries, suspensions, and technical fouls, the matchup fizzled into a missed opportunity.
Notice when you're asking about Caitlin a lot, you bring up other rookies as well.
No league's ever about one player. That player could get hurt or whatever. So I think it's just to give recognition that in sports, people watch for compelling content and rivalries. And you can't do that alone as one.
For Stephen A., this wasn't just disappointing, it was disastrous. He argued that Reese needs to stop chasing controversy and start delivering results. In his words, if you want the spotlight, you've got to shine on the court, not in the headlines.
Became the first rookie with at least 25 points, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds in a playoff game. That was Caitlin Clark. Became the 4th different rookie to play all 40 minutes in a playoff game. That was her. I'm looking at other things. 6 different league television partners. This is last year. This is last season. Because this is Caitlin Clark that we're talking about. 6 different league television partners set viewership records that year, her rookie year, for its highest viewed WNBA game. Do you know every one of those games included the Indiana Fever?
Beyond the feud, the numbers don't lie. The WNBA's success has skyrocketed thanks to Caitlin Clark, bigger arenas, record-breaking TV ratings, and surging merchandise sales. But with Clark out, all eyes are on whether the league, and players like Reese, can keep fans engaged.
Tide lifts all boats. And if this is the magnetic traction that draws viewers to the WNBA, and her absence over the next 2 weeks due to that quad strain is providing further evidence of that, then everybody needs to accept it, stand down, and ride that wave. I'm going to be really interested in seeing how the ratings are going to look without her over the next 2 weeks. Let's make sure we come back and ask me this exact same question after she's been gone for those 2 weeks.
So, where does this leave Angel Reese? She's still a star, no question. But every feud, every ejection, every controversy risks overshadowing her potential. Stephen A. Smith may have been harsh, but his message was clear. The WNBA has a golden ticket in Caitlin Clark. And if Angel Reese doesn't adjust, she may find herself remembered more for drama than dominance.
Know what she brings to the table. But people wanted to hate because why? You had a bunch of players in this league that watched this young white girl come along and take the league by storm. And they resented it because they saw the marketing prowess that she had. They ignored the fact that you got chartered flights because of this girl. They ignored the fact that ratings were going through the roof because of this girl. Instead, they resented it because they said, yo, we were doing stuff long before Caitlin Clark got here. And y'all wasn't paying attention then. But now the young white girl comes along and y'all want to sit up there and shower all of this praise and all of this attention that was earned before she ever came along. The resentment is understandable, but it's not about Caitlin Clark. It's about what she represents. My point is grow.
What do you think? Is Angel Reese unfairly criticized? Or is Stephen A. right that she's holding the league back? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more exclusive WNBA coverage.
I think Stephen A. is 100% correct on this. At the end of the day, you already see people actually saying, hey, I'm not watching for 2 weeks. I'm not tuning in for 2 weeks. And it's really bad news for the Mystics and the Sky, because both of those teams moved those games to big arenas. So it's like, now that she's not playing, what is that attendance going to look like? The viewership, right? The viewership is going to plummet. I already know, because majority of the people that's watching the Indiana Fever wants to see Caitlin Clark. And sad to say it, a lot of them only want to see Caitlin Clark. They don't really care about the entire